There are things we can only see after we have already finished the presentation. In this lesson, I want to go about a few adjustments which will be very useful. This is something that everybody does. After you've done, you need to check it quickly out and verify if you've simply done good. So I go slide by slide and I brainstorm what changes could I possibly make. I see this slide and it has a bit of left space here. I could, for example, take those icons and place them right here aligned with the text. This looks also interesting, but I believe what we've done before is also fine. I will leave the icons where they were. I go to the next slide and I see a little change I could make here. Because the lines have little rectangles here, I want to go to Format Object. I go to Cap Type and I go Round. It makes them nicer, and also on the next slides we always made them round. So I go ahead, I believe this slide is very good. I go to the next slide and I immediately see the red color I have chosen here is a bit too intensive. I would like the red china color, so I go to Drawing Tools, I go to Shape Fill and I just use the eyedropper and click on it, so I will have the color here in the recent colors. I recolor the icon by selecting every item and recoloring it. This time the shape fill, and here a text fill. So I go to Home, the text, and I select the first one. I go ahead, the timeline is finished. Also the world map is perfect. I don't want to change anything here. I go to the next. I have a slight change here. They are fading in, they are wiping in. I do not need those last bulbs. I simply grab them and delete all of them. So this is adjusted. Something I don't like is this color and overall this slide. So I want to make a big change here. I make this of course smaller by hitting this icon, and I want this to be on the left side. So people after coming back from the break will know why they are here and what presentation they are listening to. I copy the title. I select the title and I copy it over here. I select also the background and I go for a white fill. Let's stick to the branding we prepared here and let's do some changes. Well, of course, the text needs to be smaller. I want to align it to the right and I placed it on the top side of the presentation. I do not need those boxes. I could eventually place them somewhere, but I do not need them. I think the black was more appealing, since as I break in a different slide, it can remain on the black one. I go to the graphs, I like both of them. Now I go to the contact page, and I think the contact slide is very nice. Also the used sources slide is nice. And the last slide, I have nothing to add here, it's perfect, I like it. I would eventually only delete those objects because they are not necessary at all, and we've done all the adjustment to the presentation we should do before we can, for example, publish it.